We should start our reform of immigration with the DREAM Act. 11 years ago, I introduced this bill, legislation that allows a select group of immigrant students with great potential to contribute to America. The DREAM Act would give these students a chance to earn legal status and ultimately citizenship if they came to the United States as children or long-term U.S. residents, have good moral character, graduate from high school, and complete 2 years of college or military service in good standing. Russell Pierce, the author of the Arizona immigration law, had this to say about the DREAM Act, and I quote, here's what Mr. Pierce said: "The DREAM Act is one of the greatest legislative threats to America's sovereignty, national security, and economic future." Well, I see it differently. And so do people like General Colin Powell and former Defense Secretary Robert Gates. They support the DREAM Act because it would make America a stronger nation, giving these talented immigrants a chance to serve our military and improve and contribute to our economy. Tens of thousands of highly qualified, well-educated young people would enlist in the armed services if the DREAM Act becomes law. And studies have found that DREAM Act participants would contribute literally trillions of dollars to the U.S. economy during their working lives. The best way to understand the need for the DREAM Act is to meet the dreamers. Today, I want to introduce you to a dreamer from Arizona. Here she is. Her name is Dulce Matuz. She was brought to the United States by her parents from Mexico as a young child. At Carl Hayden High School in Phoenix, Arizona, Dulce became a dedicated member of the school's robotics club, and she found her true love, engineering. She went on to graduate from Arizona State University, you see her standing there with the mascot, and earned a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering. As a senior, Dulce received an internship to work on the NASA space station. But after she graduated, reality set in. Because Dulce is undocumented, one of the dreamers, she can't work as an engineer in America. She can't become licensed in any state. She has no country. In 2008, Dulce co-founded the Arizona DREAM Act Coalition, an organization of more than 200 DREAM Act students in predicaments just like hers. She continues to volunteer at the high school that she attended. Today, Dulce is 27 years old. Just last week, this amazing young woman was named one of the 100 most influential people in the world by Time magazine. Time published a profile of Dulce written by the actor Eva Longoria. Here's what the profile said, and I'll quote, "Dulce represents the finest of her generation, an undocumented Latina confronted with legal barriers to pursuing her engineering dream. She chose to fight for the right to contribute to the country she has called home since she was very young. Dulce takes on powerful opponents with grace and conviction, saying, 'We are Americans, and Americans don't give up.'" Dulce is right. Americans don't give up. We've been fighting for the DREAM Act now for 11 years. We're not going to give up until it's signed into law by a president of the United States. I am honored that this president, President Barack Obama, when he was a senator, was a co-sponsor of my legislation. I know where his heart is when it comes to the DREAM Act. Unlike the Arizona immigration law, the DREAM Act is a practical solution to a serious problem with our broken immigration system. I hope the Supreme Court will strike down the Arizona immigration law. And I again beg my colleagues to support the DREAM Act. It is the right thing to do, and it will make America a stronger nation.